Hi everyone, welcome back to Planet Dirt. My name is Alicia and we are in my backyard garden. I was not expecting to shoot a video today. It was not on my schedule, but I came out here and I've been checking my grapes every couple of days. So I have been trying really hard to be diligent about it this year, and I am happy to report that the first plant is ready to harvest. I have been checking and eating like one little grape every few days because they have changed color, and it was sweet and perfectly ripe, and so I started harvesting. I was not going to shoot a video about it, but I went in there and I already have this whole bowl full, and I went inside and grabbed a second bowl and some snippers, and I figured I would grab the camera and take you along. All right, so this is the vine in question. I started over here, and I can kind of see, you can kind of see at the top, if you look through the leaves, there are some grapes in there that are starting to turn. So I had been picking a couple of them, but there's also a different flush of grapes on here too, which is super weird. I had never known grapes to do multiple flushes before, but this is a relatively new plant, and I did not prune a lot in the spring, so it honestly might just be me. But if I came back here and I pulled this up, and I just harvested all of those grapes from this one side. So this side's pretty well clean, but, oh, it looks like I dropped a bunch down there. But if I come along here, as you could see at the top, there was still some in there. But if you come in here, there are still a ton of bunches. So I'm going to get in there and try to get as many harvested as I can. I checked the other plants and they are not quite ready. This is a different variety. These last two are, I believe, Concord seedless, and those two are red, and then the ones on the end are green. So they are different varieties. And those ones are starting to turn color, but they're not quite ready. So I'm going to get in here and see how many more grapes we can find. All right, I am pretty squeamish, and there are lots of critters in here, and bugs, and little creepy crawlies. So I'm going to start at the top where I know I can see stuff. And honestly, a lot of these I'm going to end up pruning off anyway. Remembering to prune is hard, you guys. It's really difficult. And I can't even see what's going on in here. But can you see that? Oh my gosh, there's so many in there. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm not an expert grape grower at all. As you can tell, this is the first actual harvest I've ever gotten. I got maybe like 3 grapes off of all of my plants last year, and as you can see, I have several. So we are just gonna get in here and get to work and see how much we can dig out. So these things are like tangling up in each other, which, ooh, I dropped that big old bunch. I don't want to lose that big bunch. Oh, this is crazy. There's so many. Some of them pop off like really easily too, and then some of them are like tangled up in the vine, because these are the ones where the vines like reach and grab and pull. I don't know. Do all grapes do that? They probably do. And then, but look at those big old bunches. I'm so excited. They taste really good too. They're super sweet. So I talked to my brother, and we are going to try to make wine again this year. I'm super excited for that. But what else should I do with grapes? Because I'm telling you, I'm going to have so many. Could probably make grape jam. Oh my gosh, the jam. I don't know. We'll see. See, some of them come off like really easily, and then some of them I do have to pluck off. I don't know. I'm going to get in there, and I'm not even halfway done, you guys. There's so many. I'm like having a really hard time conveying how many grapes are on this thing. And this is just one plant, and it's the smallest of all of them. So, all right, let's get in there and get going. All right, y'all, that was 2 pretty full bowls of just off of that one plant. There's still a few more in there, but they're not quite ripe, as you can see. But I'm going to pop over to the plant next to it because this is what the plant next to it looks like. It's absolutely loaded, and I'm so excited. These ones are just starting to turn, so they'll probably be ready within the next couple of weeks. Okay, so just for reference, these 2 plants are the newest additions. These are only on their 2nd year. These ones are on their 3rd year, so I'm expecting these ones to produce a lot more. And so that was the little plant that all of those grapes came out of. I got 2 pretty big bowls out of it, and we're just getting started with this harvest. All right, so this is what I was actually coming out here to do today. I was just cleaning up some shallots to take in the house. They're done curing, and I knew I needed to grab a scallop squash. I actually think there's a zucchini over there I can go grab too. But these are the 2 big bowls of grapes. I am so excited. I'm going to get these washed really good because there are some spider webs and stuff in there. Just hazards of organic gardening. But I'm super, super excited. And now that I think about it, let's go over here and let's check out the squash, because I think there are some squash over here. Ooh, the lemon squash are starting to produce too. Oh my god. All right, so these are the succession squash that I put in these grow bags right outside my greenhouse. And there's one in there ready to pick. There's one over here ready to pick. I'll go ahead and get that one. Oh, I need scissors. All right. Is anyone else like super impressed when people harvest zucchini without gloves and scissors? Because these things are pretty pokey, y'all. Look at that. So excited. There's one more I'm going to get in there and grab. All right. All right. Today's harvest was a good one, y'all. We got a bunch of grapes. I got some zucchini. I finally did clean up the shallots and the onions that were curing on the side of my house. The onions still need to cure a little bit longer, but I chopped the tops off so that they can enter their final stage of curing. But I'm super excited about the grapes. I will make sure and film it. I'm not really set up in my kitchen to be doing cooking videos or anything like that. But I will make sure to document it and at least post a short so that you can see what I'm doing with all this stuff. Yay! All right, thanks so much for coming along with me today, you guys, on this impromptu harvest day. I hope I see you next time. Bye.